Hi, Robert Chuckrow here. I'm going to talk about the cerebral spinal flow, what it is, and how it relates to Tai-Chi. The cerebral spinal flow is a fluid that goes through the spinal column, up through into the brain. And it has a purpose of washing the brain, washing away toxins, metabolic waste, bringing in nutrients, cleansing, protecting the brain from shock, etc., and the spinal column from shock. And what happened is maybe 10 or so years ago, a student of mine told me about this. He was an MD, and he said he sat in on classes that in medical school where they talked about this, and you could feel it. And as soon as he described it, I was able to feel it. What he said is that it takes about 6 seconds for this whole cycle. You feel pressure coming up to the head, and then feel it draining down. And that whole process repeats and takes about 6 seconds. And if you relax and are attentive to it, you can feel that. It's not something you might notice otherwise, unless somebody tells you about it. And so I started to experiment with it and do Tai Chi based on it. And so when I do a move, let's say withdraw and push, I sort of wait for that ebbing of the spinal fluid, and I allow myself to go back at that point. And then I sort of wait a little, and then as the fluid starts to build up, I start to go back, and it's like this expansion and release through the whole body, but especially in the head and in the spinal column. So it's something to look for, it's something to feel. Doesn't mean you have to do the form at that rate that would be involved, but it helps the feeling of releasing as you do the in part of the move, releasing down to the feet, and then sort of having the body start to expand up. This is without your even trying to make it do so, and have it expand up, and then you can augment that with whatever it is that you are able to do. For example, let's say I just finished the move, roll back and press. Now, to roll back and press. And now there it goes. I feel it draining. So I go back. Now I can feel it coming up. And now I feel it draining. And continue through the movements. And not only just feel it, but allow the body to intensify that. To release with it. And then expand with it as it does so. So those two elements are augmenting each other. So this is just something that I'm throwing out to try, see if you feel it, play with it, and see where it goes. It doesn't mean that you're going to do the form at that speed all the time. There are many speeds. Each speed has its own value. Thank you.